Okay, just took a while is the answer. All right, you guys let me know when you're in on this beautiful map.
5.
Torrente!
That's right. That is right. We are unpausing in 3, 2...
No.
You're not ready.
Hold on.
You're not ready.
Need to get to the 5-second mark.
Good, make him catch up.
Yeah. No. I'm at 5 seconds now.
Okay, all right. We are unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Well,
We Gucci.
we are Gucci, and I am so very excited that I once again get to ask Zany to introduce our teams. Do you know who's playing? Are you familiar?
Yeah. I see them. Well, where? I know down south we have quite the opposite of a health advice that is Scotch or drink Scotch in the cyan color playing as the USF, and his teammate is Janko in the blue playing as the Brits, and they are up against Claudia Enfield, who has been crazy in this tournament here. We've seen some crazy builds from this guy, and he has logged in coastal reserves already, and his teammate is none other than a cryptocurrency. No, wait, it's just Doge. Playing as the deck.
That's right. Yeah, being chilling, busting out something we haven't seen since the group stages, Coastals. What do you think about Coastals on Torrente, Havoc?
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's
that
very
was
strong.
just his general opinion
This is,
on
this,
Coastals.
is, this is probably, I want to say, the best map in the pool for Coastals because it doesn't take that many bunkers to lock the place down. And there's also so many buildings that you can hide med bunkers or command bunkers behind. So this could be scary here for Scotch and Soda.
Don't want to let them coastal boys dig in. Hard to uproot.
Yeah, I think I would not be surprised, considering the kind of gameplay that we've seen from Claudia so far. I would not be surprised to see a nice 7 coastal build backed up by AT bunkers. And this, like Daniel pointed out, this is the perfect map for it. There's lots of bottlenecks, lots of lanes. It's a very narrow map. So this is the perfect place to do it.
We might see mortars with high explosive rounds selected then. People rarely go for that ability.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's great. And the Scott, too, I discovered recently, can actually outrange the... do we have armor for Yanko available? We do. Or for Scotch. If you aim it just right, if you pick that other vet ability for the Scott that gives the timed explosive, it can actually just outrange the AT bunker from the front. So, and it clears it very quickly. So that's another option. There are counters to it, but easier said than done. Oh, this is so dirty. The sector subterfuge beacon. I think is it in the wrong? No, it is. It's just in this +10, so it's going to be impossible to cap this. And even when they cap it, it won't give them anything.
Yeah, it'll just suck 75% of the fuel. Ugh.
This is the best Axis map in the pool for many reasons, bar none. So letting this map through is like signing yourself up for a 1-1, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting that Scotch and Soda let it go through. I was surprised. Maybe they expected it to be banned. Maybe both teams expected it banned. Someone asked what the beacon does. It siphons, I believe, 75% of the resources. And it doesn't give it to your teammate, apparently. It just gives it to you, but it denies it from the enemy team. So it's basically like you control that territory if you've got the beacon on it. And you can see how slowly... oh, actually, are they not in range? I'm not seeing the decap icon. It should be making them cap it slower, but I'm not sure why it's not.
It looks slower. It
You
should
can
be
tell because of
76.
how long it's taking them to decap.
Yes.
Wait, actually? It might be in the wrong territory.
I think he put it in the +5. You can
Oh,
see actually now that it's
you're right.
decapped. Yeah, or it's in the +16 maybe. I'm not sure where it is, but it's not in the right territory. Okay, I was wondering about this.
Oh
On the attack map, it looks right, which might be what fooled him, but you can
Yeah.
actually see the line here. It's not correct. Oops.
I've been there before. 75 manpower wasted.
Yeah. Not that useful where it is now. It's not like that +5 is in dire need of protection or siphoning, so... Bit of a painful thing. It's only 75 manpower, but for Dak, every scrap counts, so that definitely hurts. And meanwhile, on the left, we're seeing Claudia Enfield just put a coastal in every building. This is, you know, I will agree.
What is it, Daniel? What is it? Say the word.
It's disgusting.
Thank you.
Shameful display! That's what it is.
Yeah, deserved for siphoning. We do have a flamer here for Scotch, and he's got 4 rifles. Surprised not to see a mortar here. I feel like that's the obvious other choice here. Not opting for it yet.
And they know they're up against coastals, but they haven't picked any battle group per se to counter it. In fact, they haven't picked any battle groups. What's a good battle group counter to coastals?
Advanced infantry is great. Go down the medical tent tree, then go Giga Blob, and then you can pivot into howitzers if you need to in the late game. But if you just match the infantry blob with a rifleman blob, maybe get a mortar in there for some good hits from the air burst, and a forward medical tent, you can manage it.
Yeah, mortar, good counter to the officer. I see some people in chat disagreeing, but I find that, you know, it's pretty hard for the officer to get close to the mortar. And the airburst, every time the officer wants to set up, you just drop the airburst on him. And it's pretty hard to deal with. Plus, I learned the other day that... oh, yeah, see, he's doing it. He's doing exactly what you asked for. I love this positioning, too, helping his ally out as well. Maybe he couldn't fit it a little further behind the building. Actually, given where the DAC player is positioned, this is in line with where the leagues would be shooting from. So, pretty good positioning there. But it is hard to squeeze it in sometimes between narrow gaps.
Yeah, ideally you do want to stuff it behind that building, like right next to that car if possible. But I don't know, maybe this was as close as he could get it.
Yeah, Scotch asking his ally, is demo allowed or not? It was banned in the last tournament because of their invisibility, but that rule is removed because you can see the demos now. In fact, they're very visible. I'm excited to see demos because this is you need line of sight to see the demos. So I think if you put them behind buildings or other shot blockers like these walls, you can't see them right away. So this is a great map for the demos.
I would love to see a demo. Is Dumay in chat? Let's see.
Nah, I don't think he is.
I think they're over doing Nubber's King of the Hill here. Look at the health on this bunker. I love this team play.
Down.
Yeah, Scotch and Soda playing as a team. It is a mixed drink, and they're mixing their armies here pretty well. AT gun coming over to clear out the bunker there.
Bartek ticking for Scotch, that's great. It's going to allow his rifleman to vet up a lot faster, and he's going to be able to face hug these coastals and just punish this gameplay.
Anyway, they finally got the beacon in the right spot. Now they're sucking up that fuel in the middle.
Where did we hide it?
And they can't really do much about it. They don't know where the beacon is.
No, although there's not much defending it right now. I gotta say, Doge's build is very light on stuff. He's got 2 Panzer Grenadiers, a Flamer, and a Bike, and that's it for combat units. So, once again, we're in a position where one team doesn't realize they could kind of just right-click at the other team.
He does have the Bike, and I think with the medical truck and the ability to juggle in the buildings, they could actually hold like a direct push. He is also building the LMG on just one of the PGs. Okay, he built an assault
we got bunker
grenadier.
Overwatch. Oh, that's a retreat from Scotch.
Not too far to go, fortunately.
Though. Yeah. Oh, they did find the tent though with the ISG shot. See, this is why you never put a mortar next to your medical tent. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, one lucky scatter shot and the League just accidentally hit the tent, revealing it.
Big push in, it's
big
happening.
push in the middle.
Yeah. roasting these PGs. That's got to go down.
Oh, it's dead! Dropping the weapon too! Oh no! Get out of there, dog!
Daniel, I think you have some kind of foresight. Oh!
2 down! That's 600 manpower down the drain!
I think you're just behind again, Havoc, actually. 953, 954.
I'm slightly behind again. Alright, I'm caught up.
Okay.
Oh, and here are the Mandos!
Oh, the commandos!
It's all falling apart!
Being useful for once, dropping in right behind the truck. And
no.
Doge went from an army to nothing. Meanwhile, 221 inexplicably deep in enemy territory, discovering that there are OPs on every point.
Man, I'm afraid this just got turned into a 2v1 while Doge is recovering.
Yeah.
This is easily the most underutilized part of the Air and Sea battle group. Being able to save yourself the time of building these caches manually and being able to get them for cheaper, just like allows you to scale into the late game so much better. And because they've had so much trouble with fuel control, this was the perfect response by Janko. They actually mitigated the amount of resource punishment they were taking because they're getting an extra +6 for these 2
yeah.
points.
Pretty good. Blob is
We
here to
have a
clear
new
these
bunker.
bunkers. Yeah, command bunker.
Yeah, the command bunker.
Demo up on this center building right in front of the fuel point by the commandos.
Oh, that's a great spot for it. Very hard to spot.
Yep.
Cheeky.
It is
But yeah, we got
visible
the
to
render block,
Doge,
yeah.
but I don't know if he's going to spot it out.
The fighting over this medical bunker is very intense. Hard to say who's coming out ahead here. Might stay up, though.
It doesn't have bulk ward yet, so no auto repair for the bunker yet.
Yeah, he doesn't quite have the immunity for the
Positioning
designated artillery is why he's not dropping it, I think.
Oh! Survives.
Killing
One more
blow.
shot. Turn to dust.
Yeah, he's not taking advantage of the buildings here. He keeps building these bunkers in the open instead of behind the buildings. It would make it much easier to keep his aid tent alive if he put it, you know, behind one of these structures. It's kind of inexplicable how he's positioning these.
I have to point out this assault gren from Doge. This assault gren build is just a huge miss. Like, you've got Vet 0 squads that aren't even that effective at close range compared to counterpart units like riflemen and sections, and he's just going to bleed a ton of manpower trying to use these. He would have been better off rebuilding the PGs easily.
Especially against commandos. Like, you think you've gap closed on something and you're going to get some damage in, and then they come out of camo and just end your day.
Yep. Another demo set up here on the church. Like to see that. Really making good use of that +24 cash on the munitions point. By the way, that +16 is easily the most valuable point to cache in probably any map. Because it's so hard to access, and the yield that you get from it is so valuable. So good to see they're making use of that.
I would have wished that Doge went transfer cache and build a transfer cache on their 16 fuel muni. Oh, what?
He's not blowing it up. What?
Didn't do that much. I'm kind of surprised. I thought that would be a wipe. That's disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Let's see another disappointment. The Assault Grenadiers versus Mandos. Oh, wait. They won.
Yeah, they had the CA and they had the MG34 backing them up.
Arms. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, shot dead!
Oh,
What?
there's
That's
two sections, man. They're not messing around. I think Janko has training too. I'm gonna double check here. Yep.
You can see the difference. The squads get lethal, man.
Oh, Funkwagen is in danger. It's away. More artillery dropping. Boom.
Still, you know, Doge has managed to rebuild. Again, I agree with Havoc. I can't agree with the choice to completely replace his army with Assault Grens, but, you know, his ally has held onto his side pretty well. The map control's mostly even, and with the Siphon Beacon going back up, they basically have mid. I almost feel like the allies shouldn't cap mid when they see this icon, because you're giving more resources to your opponent than you're receiving.
Correct. Yeah. The correct response is to leave it neutral. Until you can find out where that beacon is. Bishop tech for Janko. That's a good choice.
Bishop, yeah, he's rolling out the Matilda right now. He is waltzing to the middle.
Someone in chat asks a great question. Why do players always have to go into the extreme instead of finding a balanced composition? I think there's a few reasons. I think one is actually that sometimes it can be effective to build a bunch of one unit. But I also think a lot of it's ease of use. When you have multiple unit types and combined arms, you have to position them all differently. They all require different choices in how you use them. When you've got 5 of one unit, they can all do the same thing at the same ranges, and you can put them in one control group and click them around. And it's just easier. And people gravitate towards easier things. It's easier to, people will win more with easier things because it's simply easier to execute. As much as people say Ko is an easy game to play relative to other RTS, it's still not easy to play it perfectly. And so people will definitely trend towards things that they can execute easier, I think.
Yeah. The reward for doing easy things is much higher in this game than any of the previous titles, I would argue. Here comes the infantry assault, closing in on the Warble. Ooh!
Yeah, and the officer's too busy dropping arty southward, so he's not able to. It would be a good counter otherwise. Artillery officer, another thing we haven't really discussed that much as a counter to the blob, but it definitely does it if you've got the cooldown ready.
Oh, AT bunker going up. All right.
I find it hilarious this MG34 hasn't suppressed this blob at all yet.
Can't do it.
He's working on it.
He hasn't even...
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It's embarrassing.
Uh,
A T-bunker canceled. It wasn't in a great spot anyway. Probably needed to be closer to the gap in the wall, but...
Yeah, it's taking too much damage.
Good concerted push here from Scotch and Soda.
Yeah. This is where Mach Force is looking like it's going to have to fold. Well, the problem here is with your composition, how do you get back in? And evidently, they didn't have an answer to that question, and so they decided to give up.
Yeah, really early. I gotta say, definitely could have played for the VPs for a little longer here. But you know what? It's late. Like I brought up that it's late for them, so it may just be that they, if they don't feel they can win a game, that they want to quickly move on to the next one, which is understandable. We will do the same here, assuming we've got G2 locked and loaded here.
Still no finals games?
Looks like those are up now.
oh.
So we got those ready next after we finish this series. Do you think we should finish it though, since we started it? Okay, but pretty easy 1-0 there. Was looking good for the Coastal player at the start, but things quickly fell apart there.
Didn't help that Doge lost 600 manpower in a blink of an eye.
Lost everything, yeah. That's not the first time. Was that him who lost? Didn't retreat his rifle fast enough, or was that Claudia in the series they lost before? One of them was not fast enough about getting their units out of dodge before and paid the price.
Oh, that was a good pun.
Thank you. Totally intentional. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right,
Yes.
we all paused to 5 here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
pausing
sir.
in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Be good.
All right. So, unsurprisingly, we've got mixed allies again and mixed axis again. And once again, we see Wehrmacht in the city and Dak in the more open area, but we've got a reversal here, which I like. Brits in the city and US on the right side. It does mean you have the US up against the DAC player, which a lot of people don't favor, but I think having the Royal Engineers, a better flamer platform to fight in the city, can be really good.
Yeah, 100% agree with you on that. Interesting. We're seeing a Jeep in construction here out of Claudia Enfield. It looks like we may be going for the resurgence of the Scott spam.
Well, that's
Potentially.
Claudia Enfield's MO.
Yeah.
Going for these crazy builds at times.
I think it's going to be much better on this map if we do see it. The church is a perfectly good spot to park the Scots. There's a lot more green cover too, so the odds of AT missing, hitting that instead of the Scott goes up. I want to point out the really nice wire from Yenko here. He got here really early with his Panzer piles, wired off the entrance to the church, wired off the green cover next to the church. So much fighting revolves around this area that assuming this wire actually blocks this door, it's going to be really helpful. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, he should probably test it.
See him test it right now, but yeah, he's not. Maybe
He must be
he's
confident
done it so
then.
many times. Yeah.
He also has the Jeep, so Claudia could just run over the wire.
Oh, it's true. It's sad. All that effort. That said, I hate door blocking, so I'm happy to see Claudia ready to stop that.
P50 in production for Janko.
Well, this is a first for the tournament, I want to say. Yanko with Italian infantry. So might see some Guastatori.
If there was a map for
Sweet.
Guastatori, it's this one.
Absolutely. And a map for the Canone. You could park it somewhere really close. Park it like behind the buildings on this plus 16 and get some good auto fire going.
Yeah, practically
it's
come
good
through
combo.
3 fire drills.
Snickers produce here for Doge. A little slow getting it out of base because he's busy microing on the front.
Oh yeah, gotta set those rally points, guys. Gotta set those rally
Yeah.
points. Worth noting that we haven't talked about this, but 10 fuel easily going over to Bing Chilling, and that's a pretty big deal on this map. The lead builds just incredibly fast. Whoever's got the mid one.
Territory point is no longer under our control.
Well, to no
Josh
one's
working on
surprise,
the
it is the
decal.
Americans to come to the fuel defense.
Love their oil. Another Gren MG tech here from Scotch. Really surprised not to see officer quarters again. Valuing getting that PG company up sooner.
We're losing a fuel point.
Yeah, I mean, similar to the spirit of the Scott, the Stummel is exceptional on this map because your ability to park it behind buildings and lob rounds over.
Yeah.
No, they didn't get the fuel. Those B-Grens going in the building. Oh, that was so close.
Wants to escape. Should be able to do so. He does have a bit of a rough retreat path. If there's any nades available, could be in trouble, but it doesn't look like it.
Janko's got his first mortar half track out. Happy to see that as well.
Yeah, really early.
Any team weapons? But there are garrisons to clear out.
Yeah, and honestly, the auto fire is so accurate on all the indirect that, infantry and green cover has to be worried about the mortar half track.
If you catch a squad holding still for a few seconds, you're almost guaranteed to get some damage on them. Really tight micro here from Janko against Claudia's rifleman.
Yeah. Kept those models alive nicely.
Dodging in and out of the building.
This is funny map control.
Commander, it's done.
We see the flanks held by the Axis, but middle of the map completely dominated by allies here.
Yeah. Oh, Claudia opts to go for fast deploy rather than strength and steel.
Yeah, we were talking last match about the ability to respond with a vehicle in 10 seconds is so valuable. it can really like deter and or eliminate the shock value of some of the potential light vehicles. So I'm a believer in fast deploy over strength and steel pretty much always.
Point is being seized by the enemy.
Stummel is out. Is there an answer? Oh my god, we're seeing ASC again. It's cloudy infield, so I guess I shouldn't be as surprised, but...
Yeah, done it before in this tournament.
Yeah. Saw it twice
Actually,
in the
twice.
last series.
So, he's an air support enjoyer. And he's harassing that fuel near the base, but a pack is called in. Well, he could get some early target practice on the Jeep.
Little preemptive. Not sure I love this pack, just because besides the Jeep, there's nothing on the field. And, you know, we know that Bing Chilling kind of likes to just spam infantry sometimes. So pretty risky, I think, to build a blind pack. Panzerjäger may be the much safer option here.
I think the pack was likely informed by the Vet 1 Jeep. You know, they're anticipating that they're going to see a lot of light vehicles out of Claudia Anfield.
Yeah.
And so that's likely the reason why. Normally, I'm like, ISG is your safest bet, but because they're going to be going with the double mortar half-track, maybe they felt like the ISG on top of that would be a little bit too redundant.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever too much indirect on this map, to be honest. See how it works out for him. Claudia Anfield floating a lot of resources. I think he's just banking for the Scott now. Adding another rifle while he waits.
Well, yep. Double mortar half tracks. And Claudia had just sent a recon plane across the field, so they know the Axis positioning. But they didn't spot the bunker going up in near the middle of the map.
Well, see, this is the kind of bunker positioning I like. This is perfect.
Yep.
This does not, this can sometimes completely avoid indirect fire, depending on the arc of the unit. Does feel a little redundant with the mid-truck here, but it's nice to have your own source of healing, and it does offer the casualties, so the earlier the better, often.
True.
Still no Vet 1 tech from Scotch. Has me deeply disappointed once again. He's got 4 PG company units that would benefit greatly from that 1 tech, but opting for the faster tier 4, I suppose.
Yeah. We won't repeat ourselves too much, but I'm going to just say I agree. Again, I think officer quarters incredibly strong. And these PGs, this is a... You know, we're talking about the Guasta, talking about Assault Engineer, you know, this is a map where the PGs are just great. There's so much mid-range green cover fighting they can do, and that's their bread and butter.
Janko is saving for something he almost has 400 manpower. Could it be the Guastas he'll call in? Huh? Gonna get close. Yes, baby! We got men in tight leather gas masks and potentially flamethrowers. Things are heating up.
I should have queued up that great tightrope song. Don't have it available. Didn't expect the Guastatori, so. Didn't expect to get turned
away?
Wait, what?
It had no health and 2 PGs shooting at it, and it got away. I'm speechless.
Is it possible that it's one of the bugged ones and that it will drop the mortar when it gets to base?
I think
Yeah,
it will.
but you can still typically kill those models on retreat and have it drop in place instead.
Anywho, scout squad down to a mine, and we have the first Scott.
Yeah, that must have been a bug that it didn't die there.
And he locks in white phosphorus. Okay. On the Scotty boy, no surprise there.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
Must have their flamethrowers, so they're ready to deal with this green cover.
Yeah, a little bit sad that he has to use the Guastatoris on the open side of the map compared to the other, which is more closed.
Stewart is the choice from Doge, going for the Tank Commander upgrade. I think this is a good choice. The vision on this map is super valuable, as well as the reload rate that the AT gun is going to get from being close to it.
Yeah, we can see he can actually fight left side and mid with the Stewart providing buffs to all those units if he wants. So I think any kind of AoE buffs, those sort of passive things on these more condensed maps are just going to be even more effective than they otherwise would be.
Oh, what's that detecting these units? Oh, he went with the Scout Commander upgrade on the Jeep. Not often we see that thing be upgraded.
Yeah, it's in a sneaky spot too. It's getting more and more popular. People realizing, you know, in these more static team games that the intel it provides is very valuable. Big push in here on the top.
And a strafe coming in. No, bombs. Ah, missed.
Are these Scots just gonna go into the base? I feel like he could. He's thinking about it.
Nothing to stop them, yeah.
Oh, it's almost a wipe.
This could hurt. He should keep going. He could kill the tier 4 with these,
Yeah,
I
he
think.
gets it. Oh, that was a great attack ground shot there from him.
Commander, we've lost the
Phew. Claudia Enfield, he was like, hold my beer. I'm gonna do a pro gamer move.
Was that an attack ground? Was it not auto fire?
It briefly stopped, so I think
Man,
he
maybe a
lined up an
barrage.
attack round.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
either
yeah.
way,
Nah,
well
they'll have a
targeted.
barrage cooldown, so.
Oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
nevertheless, great shot.
It's dead. Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't keep going. Maybe worried about what could come out, but I think he could have pressured the tier 4 a little bit there with the Scots. They do enough damage to buildings.
I think after securing the PG kill, he didn't bother with a base inspection because
Didn't want to be too greedy.
Yeah, like wouldn't have been too aware, and you never know. Like you might run into a mine on retreat. You don't want to get caught by the packs rotating. First bishop out for Doge. This is the perfect answer to that bunker because it can fire through buildings.
Oh, sweet.
We've lost a squad of riflemen.
Oh, another airstrike coming in on the packs.
Oh, mid truck not moving.
Moves it afterwards.
Great reaction.
Oh, all's well that ends well.
But yeah, those bombs didn't really have much explosion in them in terms of AoE. But Claudia Enfield making good use of the Grasshopper recon run to spot his firing position. There goes a mortar half crack.
Oh yeah, Bishop got him on.
Oh man, 3 Scots?
Oh, you weren't here,
See that
Zany.
countermeasure.
This is only the
Yeah.
beginning. This is only the
Oh, dear.
beginning.
I'm all for it.
What did we get up to
Numbers.
at Campbell's? I think it was 6 or 7.
6. I think 6, yeah.
Wow. Great Scott!
Here it is.
Someone had to say it.
We have vehicles ready
You know, one thing that's really cool about the med bunker I want to point out is the radius in which it can heal is actually pretty massive. And so, especially with units like these Stas that take a lot of HP damage before they lose models, you can be very far on the front line, like awaiting enemies, and still be healing. Compared to the med truck where you've got to be, you know, kind of close.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
enemy activity near our munitions point.
I have to say I'm a little bit concerned about the Allied position. They've only got one AT gun at the moment, and Janko just built his first P3. Scotch is just finishing construction on the Brumbar,
Engineers now.
and so if they manage to get any good hits indirectly on this AT gun, they're in big trouble.
Yeah, well, Broombear could just drive straight up. Oh my god! Scott is toast!
P3 driving straight up. Yeah, double
Yeah.
pack behind.
Oh no.
This is the same mistake that Bing Chilling made before, just Doge refusing to build, or excuse me, Claudia refusing to build AT guns.
An M8 Scott has
He does have the motor pool this time, though, so
Just check for that, yeah.
he's made an adjustment. He's made an adjustment.
He calls in the new Scotty boy, and oh, recon. And here comes the Broom Bear. Finds the AT gun and actually respects it.
Yeah, first shot penetrates.
We must pull this back.
Oh,
We're down
man.
to 300 points.
Oh, AT gun under fire. Well, on
Ooh,
fire.
incendiary mortar on that AT gun.
Yeah, nicely done there. Does get to back it off. There is a heal truck here, but good play there from Nico.
Bar choosing violence here, but backing off after taking another penetrating hit from that AT gun.
Yeah.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
P3 enjoying some impossible circumstances where the opponent has virtually no anti-tank or P3 soft counters on the map, so he's just driving around mowing everything down.
We've got the OP on the
yeah.
plus 16 again. Here we go. A little bit later because they don't have the cheap caches, but
Deep spotted. Scots responds, but the P3's there. It could chew up the Scots. First shot. That's free.
Oh. He keeps
The packs.
he keeps moving up his packs. Really nice support there of his armor. He's realizing there's no AT.
P3's diving in. It finds the soft underbelly of the beast.
It's finally setting in that the allies only have one AT gun. Oh, that incendiary mortar was very nice.
Yeah, now there's
Yeah, make
no
that
AT gun.
0. Oh.
Be out of action.
This could just be game here. Really getting punished for not having any meaningful AT.
No AT, no mines.
Air squad has been killed.
Man. The Panzer III's like, this is my time to shine. And there's the surrender.
Man, so pretty quick cleanup here. This is just, well, it was harder last time, but Scotch and Yanko once again secure in third place. They're hopefully not forever bronze. I love seeing them play. They have great teamwork, and I hope they can do even better in the next tournament. But very clean 2-0 for them against Bing Chillin, who showed us some interesting strategies, but definitely a little lacking on the AT, and makes things tough.
Who would have thought that a Panzer III could make all the difference?